evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?
Hello and welcome back to the Madden 24 franchise with the Las Vegas Raiders. We're off to a 2-0 start, and now as we get ready for week 3, we actually have a couple of player negotiations that we can work through. Bottom line, the best player on this team is Josh Jacobs, and my general strategy is to try and kind of control the clock and work that angle to keep our offense on the field, the other team's defense off, or other team's offense off the field. And so, like when we look at this screen, there's actually now some changes from last version of Madden where there's player motivations that we kind of have to take into consideration. It shows you their general interest level. You can do custom offers, as you can see right here, but they make it a little easier by giving you these team-friendly ones, neutral, player-friendly, and then very player-friendly. We're going to stick with neutral and see if we can get Jacobs signed. 4 years would have him through his 29-year-old season. And it's a significant cap hit at 13.1 in the 2024 season, but we've got about 43 million in cap room to work with. Obviously, I understand that he's a big chunk of it, but we want this guy, and we got him. So Jacobs is signed. The next player that we could start negotiations with is Marcus Peters. He's 30 years old, which means he's going to drop off dramatically as far as his skill level at corner. We might consider bringing him back maybe for like one more year as like a slot guy, but I don't want to pay this guy $7 or $8 million and do it now, not even knowing what we could get from him. So we're going to just make this team-friendly offer. If he takes it, great. If he doesn't, I'm not worried about it. And I don't think he's going to. So that's the only two that we have to work on there. The other things that we need to do before we sim week 3 are this regional scouting focus, which I will do off screen. We got some upgrades and some staff upgrades to take care of, and then we will be simming game 3 against TJ Watt and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So sit tight and we'll see how that turns out. All right, so we lost 26-20 to the Steelers. That one's kind of disappointing, starting out 2-0, and then you get the Steelers, who, the offense is definitely questionable, and we gave up 26 points. So we fall in that one. We have some negotiations to knock out here before we head back on the road to take on the Chargers. Marcus Peters, I think we're going to just kind of let that one. You know what? Let's just keep going with the previous offer. He can take it or leave it. I just want him to basically reject all offers so that he just falls off of the negotiation table. DeAndre Carter, similar situation here. He's aging to the point where I just don't know that we've got a whole lot of use for him anymore. I'll offer a 2-year deal. I don't want it to be anything crazy. It's not a huge cap hit, and he's a competent player right now. Yeah, he doesn't like it, which is okay. We can find a similar player that's younger that we can get for probably less and lock up for a few years anyway. Illuminor, he's 28. He's solid at right tackle. So I think we'll actually just go ahead and make this, medium risk offer here and see if he goes for it. And he wants more years out of this contract. So that's no bueno, and I think that's the only one. Yeah, those are the only few that we can negotiate with this week. Is there anything else that we need to do this week before we just jump right into the action? We have a QB1 check-in. So let's actually, before we do that, let's look at stats and see how everybody has been doing so far. Now that we've simulated a couple of games and didn't have control over the last couple. You see Garoppolo completing nearly 70% of his passes. QB rating is 112.8, 6 touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked 8 times, so he's been solid. I assume Jacobs still, well, the last couple games hasn't really done as well. But I'm not worried about him. Adams leading in both receptions and yards. Jacoby Myers has a couple of touchdowns. Wait. Where was Michael Mayer? 12 catches, 114. So he's averaging 4 catches a day, which isn't bad. Let's look at defense real quick and just take a look at tackles. Spillane leading the team with 28. No big deal there. I just really wanted to see how Garoppolo was doing, and he's been outstanding. So this check-in should be pretty positive. Despite coming off the loss there, I think we have nothing but good things to say about what he's done so far, and we'll see if that's the case here. So, Coach, we're approaching the end of the first quarter of the season. What do you need out of Jimmy Garoppolo? Just build chemistry. Be himself, do his part, keep the offense rolling. Everyone will make plays. Boom. Now they want us to beat the Chargers and score 4 or more offensive touchdowns, and that would get a boost, I assume, to the entire offense, or maybe just to Garoppolo, but not really sure. I don't remember. All right, so we should be ready now to just dig through the weekly grind and get ready for this game. So in just a second, we will be heading out to SoFi Stadium to take on the division rival Chargers. Here we are at SoFi Stadium. It is going to be the Chargers hosting the Raiders. These two teams coming into this week at 2-1, so winner heads to first place in the AFC West Division. And it's the Chargers featuring lots of star power. Obviously, Justin Herbert at QB. You've got Eckler running the ball. You've got Keenan Allen at wideout. Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Derwin James, and one of the better defenses in the league, led by that secondary that can really just stifle passing attacks. Jimmy Garoppolo going to have to be at his best, and we are getting ready for kickoff here in San Diego. It's LA, not San Diego, but nonetheless, Carlson going to send this one deep. Davis back to return. It is taken about 7 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to kneel it. And here comes Justin Herbert and this Chargers offense. 2nd down and 3 now. Herbert in the shotgun, trips to the right. And he is going to give to Eckler again, this time a big hole. And he's going to fight through a few tackles and has it out across the 40 to the 42, a gain of 10, and a Chargers first down. 3rd down and 4. Herbert in the shotgun, 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw, sends it over the middle to Eckler, and he is tackled right away by Divine Diablo, short of the yard to gain, and the Chargers' decision here as it's 4th and 2 at midfield. So the Chargers opting to go ahead and just punt here. So Scott takes the snap, sends it towards the sideline, and he shanks this one. It is out at the 35, a 15-yard punt. And the Raiders will start with pretty good field position, and we'll get a look at Jimmy Garoppolo in this offense, as he has been outstanding this year. 765 yards and 6 touchdowns, no interceptions through his first 3 games. It's not very often you see Garoppolo run, but he does it there on 1st down, picks up 7. Now it's 2nd and 3. They go from the I formation. Jacobs up the middle. Bosa dragging him down near midfield. It's a gain of 7 and a Raiders first down. 1st and 10 now from the 48. Garoppolo takes the snap, dropping back, looking to throw. He is going to be sacked by Khalil Mack coming off the edge. He beats Colton Miller, and that is a loss of 7, and will bring up 2nd and long. So the Raiders get it back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 10. Garoppolo from the shotgun, looking to throw. Down the middle, has a little bit of touch there to float it over Webb, and it is complete to Jacoby Myers for a gain of 13, and the Raiders are into Chargers territory down to the 38 and move the chains. 3rd down and 2 from the 30. Garoppolo with 3 wideouts to the left. They're going to hand off to Jacobs, and he is going to have the first down. A nice gain there, makes it 1st and 10 from the Chargers 24. 2nd and 1 now. Zamir White checked into the backfield for the Raiders. They are going to give it to quite. On the ground, up the middle, picks up 8 and has it first and goal down to about the 6-yard line, and the Raiders are in business. First and goal from the 6. Garoppolo brings Renfro in motion, looking to throw. Nothing where he wanted it. Going to roll out, throws it, has Adams over the middle, and that is good for the touchdown. The Raiders strike first as Davante Adams gets found over the middle there by Garoppolo, who continues to do well at QB for the Silver and Black, and they will lead this thing 7-0 if the extra point from Carlson is converted. O'Connell with the hold, and the kick is up and right down the middle. 7-0 Raiders after an 11-play, 65-yard drive, and they have the early lead with 4:17 left to play in the first. Herbert under center. He's got Allen and Williams lined up out to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground with Eckler. A hole up the middle, and he is going to have good yardage here. A gain of 8 and a Chargers first down. Second down and 2 after the gain of 8 on first down as Eckler continues to run the ball well. Quick throw here. It is complete to Eckler as he just goes up and gets it. That's going to put it down to the 40-yard line. First and 10 for the Chargers. So now first and 10. Big set here. 3 tight ends in on the ball field for the Chargers. They throw it, though, and it's Allen on a quick slant. It's complete. Another first down to the 28. Now they're going empty backfield. The Raiders are definitely sitting on the pass here as it looks like they're going to just rush 3. That is the case. They are going back into a zone, and tons of time for Herbert. He's going to find his man. That's complete to Everett, and another first down. Herbert in the shotgun, bunch formation to the left. Eckler lined up to his right. He's going to drop back and look to throw. Swings it outside to Eckler, who is going to fight through some tackles and takes it down inside the 5. Herbert is 8 for 8 on the day, and it is first and goal for LA. And that is going to be the last play of the first quarter as the Chargers aren't going to get that one off. It is 7-0 as the Raiders are leading, but the Chargers threatening as we will get ready for the second quarter. So second and goal now from the 2. He's got 2 wideouts, kind of split, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He is going to find Keenan Allen for the touchdown. So a quick strike there. Justin Herbert, 9 for 9 now on the afternoon, and he gets the Chargers on the board with the extra point that would tie it at 7. There's the snap. The hold is good. Kick is away, and it is down the middle, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play, 75-yard drive. And we are locked at 7 here with 12:24 left in the first half. Raiders coming out in basically that same formation but flipped to the other side, and now Garoppolo going to send Jacobs swinging out to the left, and that's where the throw is going to go. He's got some blockers out there and has good yardage, a gain of 12 and good for a first down. Another second down and 3 here. Garoppolo lined up in the I formation under center. Takes a snap looking to throw. It's complete to Adams. He breaks a tackle and fights his way down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be in the red zone, first and 10. Garoppolo 7 for 7, and we haven't seen an incomplete pass from either side yet in this one. Garoppolo lined up in the I formation here on second down and 7. Drops back looking to throw. He's got Michael Mayer down the middle for the touchdown. So the tight end, the rookie out of Notre Dame with the play there to get the Raiders back out in front. Nice throw from Garoppolo as the middle of the field was open. He's just running a little post pattern and gets wide open, and that will put the Raiders back out in front. So Carlson for the point after, and it's good and makes it 14-7. 7 plays, 72 yards, and again, no incompletions for either team so far in this one. So it's third down and 2. Herbert in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide to the left. Everett lined up out to his right. They're going to keep it on the ground, though. It's Eckler, good for the first down as Spillane makes the tackle, but not before he's got the chains moved, and it'll be first and 10 at the 36. So trips right now for Herbert in the shotgun. Eckler lined up to his left. First and 10 from the 36. Dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to go over the middle. It's complete to Everett. Makes a man miss, and then Divine Diablo comes to save the day. Makes the tackle, but not till it's first and 10, and they're out to midfield. Shotgun formation, still empty backfield here for the second time in a row. He's got 5 wide, looking to go deep for his man, and it is one-handed by... Just no chance there as he's just outsized, and a great catch by Williams to get it down to the 19. It's going to be first and 10 for the Chargers. 3rd down and 5 now. Single back formation. He's got 2 tight ends lined up out to the left. They're going to throw it here. He's going to look to the outside. It is going to be caught, but short of the 1st down. Nice tackle by Diablo as he comes up with a couple of big plays. And that is going to hold it to 4th and 4, and the Chargers likely going to have to settle for 3 here. 4th down and 4. This will be a 31-yard try, and the kick is up and good. That's going to cut into the lead with the Raiders still out in front. It is 14-10 as we are approaching halftime here in Los Angeles. Garoppolo under center, strong formation to the left. It's going to be handed off to Jacobs. He's got the edge. Good room to run here. Shoved out of bounds. The clock actually will continue. It's a 1st down and a pickup of 10. Garoppolo making some changes at the line of scrimmage. Play clock inside 10 seconds now on 2nd down and 4. He takes the snap, drops back, looking to throw. Doesn't find what he's looking for, and now going to throw on the run, and it is caught by Renfro as he tiptoes along the sideline. What a catch, and that is going to put the Raiders into Chargers territory. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Take another look at this one. Garoppolo rolling out, throwing across his body, and Renfro just somehow getting both feet down in bounds to make that grab. Garoppolo trying to move a little bit more quickly here. He's in the shotgun, 4 wide. He's going to get rid of it quickly. It's complete to Jacoby Myers, down to the 19-yard line, and another Raiders 1st down. Garoppolo making a change at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 1 from the 10. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Gets rid of it, and it's complete to Adams. Another touchdown. Devontae Adams is going to take this one in as the Raiders now 3 touchdown passes in the 1st half, and they are going to lead 21-10 with just 44 seconds left to go in the 1st half. 3rd down and 4 now after the miscommunication there between Everett and Herbert. And a big play coming up here, and it's Eckler wide open there. Is not sure what happened in coverage. But that is a big play as it gets him across midfield. Another timeout, and 1st and 10 for the Chargers. 26 seconds to play now at the 40-yard line, so getting close to field goal range, but you'd like to get a few more yards here, and that's going to do the job as Keenan Allen has it down to the 23. The timeout now as the clock bleeds down to 3 seconds, and they will try for 3 on the last play of the 1st half. So here we go. It's Folk lined up to try and knock through about a 40-yarder here. And the snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good. And it's 21-13 at the half. The Raiders out in front on the road here against the Chargers. Very efficient passing on both sides of the equation here as the defense is struggling to figure out ways to stop the opposing offense. But the Raiders have the edge as Garoppolo has been outstanding, and the rushing game for the Raiders has been a little bit more stable as the Chargers haven't really committed to it that much. Let's look at some scores around the league. It's the Bears and the Broncos. And the Broncos fall to 0-4 on the season as they lose by 3. Great game for Justin Fields with 18 out of 33, 191 yards and 3 touchdowns. We're going over to London where the Jacksonville Jaguars got manhandled by the Falcons, who moved to 3-1. Desmond Ridder, 217 yards and 3 touchdowns, a strong game for him. And the Jaguars fall to 2-2 now on the season. And one more game we'll look at here. It's the Patriots and the Cowboys down in Dallas. This is a low-scoring affair as it's 14-7 heading into the half. The Cowboys on top. Prescott, 17 of 20, 178 yards and a touchdown in the 1st half. All right, so I got to apologize as the power blinked out in my house. So we lost some game footage. Essentially, we added a touchdown. It was Josh Jacobs actually collecting a pass over the middle to go in for another score. Our offense is just absolutely clicking, and we just forced the Chargers to a 4th down situation where I believe they are yet to punt. So we'll be jumping in with 6:08 left in the 3rd quarter, up by 15, and our offense just absolutely firing on all cylinders. So 4th down and 7 now, and Scott getting ready to send this one away. It's Tucker back to return, punting from their 30. This one taken just shy of the 20 and brought back to about the 28. There is a flag down on the play. It is a block in the back during the return. That'll back the Raiders up, but they are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 19. 3rd down and 6 after the first incompletion of the game for Garoppolo. And now he's looking to throw, and it's Jacoby Myers just wide open. A gain of 15 on the catch and run, and another Raiders 1st down. 3rd down and 3 now. Heavy run formation here. They're already into field goal range. And they are going to keep this on the ground. Good hole there for Jacobs as he finds his way through traffic, picks up 6, and that will move the chains again. 2nd down and 5 from the 19. Garoppolo bringing Adams in motion, looking to throw. And look at this. Devontae Adams just wide open. He cuts it upfield, takes it down to the 2, and it'll be 1st and goal Raiders from the 2-yard line with 12 minutes left to play in this ball game. Heavy formation here, goal line set, 1st and goal from the 2. Play clock ticking down. They give to Jacobs, and he is in. The Raiders just unstoppable. This offense has been outstanding today as it's now 34-13, and the extra point would make it a 22-point lead. O'Connell with the hold. The kick from Carlson is right down the middle, and it's 35-13 with 11:27 left to play. A 13-play, 72-yard drive for the Raiders, resulting in 7. 3rd down and 7 now after the gain of 5. He's got bunched to the right. Eckler lined up to his left in the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Raiders in the zone here. The pass is complete to Allen, but he steps out of bounds before being able to cut upfield. It's 4th down and 3, and it looks like the Chargers are going to go for it here. Big play here as he lines up in the shotgun. He's got 3 wide out to the right. Raiders in the nickel here, and they are coming after him. They bring the blitz. The pass complete to Mike Williams. They convert on 4th down and pick up a 10. We'll make it 1st and 10 at the 42. So now we line up single back, 2 tight ends out to the right. It's Allen in the slot, Williams out wide to the left, and he's going to look to throw. This pass complete to Everett, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's going down the sideline, and he is all the way down to the 28-yard line. Not sure what Divine Diablo was doing there, other than just kind of staying out of the way, but nonetheless, it is 1st and 10 Chargers after the big gain. 9 minutes to play. They need a touchdown here. 4th down and inches. Goal line formation for the Chargers. They give it to the fullback, and he goes outside, untouched, 18 yards for the touchdown. The Raiders had just sold out to try and stop, the dive or a run up the middle, and Horvath goes around the edge, and just no chance for the Raiders defense once he got to the edge. Hobbs was taken out of the play by a good block by the tight end out there, and it was just a foot race then. And the Chargers cut into this lead. It's 35-19, and they are going to go for 2. So here comes the 2-point try from the shotgun, throwing to the end zone, but he was out of bounds with that 2nd foot, and the conversion is no good. So now the Chargers trail by 16 after the 9-play, 74-yard drive, resulting in the touchdown. 2nd down and 7, I formation, 2 tight ends to the left, and that's the direction they are going to run, and it is Jacobs. Does he have the 1st down? He does, and he goes over 100 yards with that carry as the Raiders continue to eat up this clock. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The Raiders lead by 16. They are in field goal range, and the Chargers are in desperation mode. Carlson set to kick. The snap is good. The hold is good, and he has done it. From 50 yards, Daniel Carlson is going to put this one out of reach as the lead is now 19. It's 38-13 Raiders, or 38-19, I don't know what I said, but a minute 52 to play, and the Chargers are in serious trouble. So now 3rd down and 10. Herbert in the shotgun, 5 wide, obviously the empty backfield, and he is going deep into coverage though, and Trayvon Merrick with the interception, and that should do it. Man, what a game for this Raiders squad. The offense was pretty much unstoppable. Now the defense coming up with the play to ice it, and they should be walking away with a win here in LA. The Raiders are going to walk away with a win here in LA by the final of 38-19, an impressive victory as they improved to 3-1 on the year. Another road win against a division rival in convincing fashion. They were just outstanding in this one. Both sides of the ball really doing a great job, but the offense in particular was just absolutely phenomenal today. We'll take a look at some individual stats. Justin Herbert was actually pretty solid in this game. 25 of 13, 233 yards, a touchdown, a late interception in kind of desperation mode. Jimmy Garoppolo, how about 20 for 21, 215 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Just super efficient for the Raiders. You know, taking his time, making good throws, hitting guys in stride when they were running some of those short underneath routes, and he was just absolutely outstanding. The Raiders getting a solid running effort out of Josh Jacobs, 20 carries, 113 yards, and a touchdown. Eckler was good but limited because they were playing from behind most of this ball game and just never really committed to it early to keep him involved. And he ends up just 10 carries on the day. Zamir White, 8 carries, 29 yards. Abdullah and Williams getting in on the action. So pretty solid day. There you see Horvath, 1 run, 18 yards, and a touchdown. That's pretty efficient right there. Receiving, Eckler, 7 catches, led the way for all receivers, just 53 yards. Devontae Adams, nice day, 6 catches, 72 yards, and a couple of scores. Keenan Allen, 5 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Gerald Everett, nice day with 62 yards across 5 catches. Myers, Williams, Mayer all involved. Jacobs, 3 catches, 30 yards, and a touchdown. Just 3 catches, 28 for Hunter Renfrow, as he wasn't very involved in this one. A couple of sacks allowed, 1 for Rashawn Slater, and then Colton Miller got just smoked by Khalil Block at one point, or Khalil Mack at one point. The leading tackler looks like it was Murray. Let's get this. Yeah, so Kenneth Murray, 13 tackles. Diablo leading the Raiders with 9, including 1 for a loss. There were just 2 sacks on the day. We talked about Khalil Mack beating Miller. It was Chandler Jones on the other one. That was more of a coverage sack, but it counts nonetheless. The interception was for Trayvon Merrick. I believe that's his first of the season. Nick Folk, 2 for 2. With an extra point as well. Daniel Carlson continues to be outstanding as he hits a 50-yarder and 5 extra points. The Raiders never had to punt. The Chargers only had to punt once. It was J.K. Scott, and he shanked it for a net of 15 yards. Remember, they were at midfield. It was 4th and short. They decided to punt, and he only moves it up the field 15 yards. So that is it for this one. The Raiders take this one 38-19 and improve to 3-1 on the season. So another QB check-in here as we will follow up with Jimmy G after the conversation we had between weeks. Obviously a very strong performance in this one, and we met the goal that they had given us to score 4 touchdowns on the offense. So that is awesome, and we'll see what the reward is. How about 10 morale for the entire offense? That's pretty good. That should give us some, overall boosts, even if they are temporary. So we'll take that every single time. We've got 40 staff points to spend. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do that. I'm going to try and get us ready for Game 5 action against the Packers. So hang tight, and I'll be right back. All right, so we are now on to Week 5. We've got several players that are ready for contract negotiations. One of them is going to be Marcus Peters, who we will just continue to make the lowball offer until he just basically walks. So he still said no, but he's still not completely, disinterested. I think DeAndre Carter is the same situation. We keep making a lowball offer. If he takes it, fine. If he doesn't, I'm fine with him walking. And now, who does that leave? Illuminor, we do want to try to bring back. He's mostly interested, but he said no last time. So let's just bump up his salary a little bit and the bonus and see if we can get him there. There we go. So we got our right tackle secured for another couple of years. Not long term, so I don't feel like we're locked into any kind of bad contract there. David Long, he's going to be a guy that I think we need to stick around because if Peters doesn't come back, we got to go find somebody at corner. And we're not real strong at corner to begin with. So let's just start with the offer that they are, throwing on the table as the default and see if he takes it. And he does. So is there anybody else that we need to work on here? Duke Shelley, he is not even remotely interested in re-signing, but he's only 26. Let's at least see what he's asking here. He wants a 2-year deal. He's basically the same player as Long, except he's a year older. We'll try to get this done, but, he wants a big market team. Vegas doesn't meet that motivation, so he's going to be hard for us to get signed. This guy will probably, I think we're going to have to, either bump that up to try and get him to sign, or simply let him walk and go find a comparable option in free agency. It is likely that we draft a corner as well, so we'll see if that happens. Now, we have a breakout situation here at QB. After 4 games, we're 3-1, and Garoppolo has been playing extremely well, so I'm assuming that that's what this is about here. Talking about whether he can take the next step, and I'm like, heck yeah! So we'll see what we need to do here. So 1 or fewer interceptions and 300 plus yards or 3 total touchdowns, and it would increase his dev trait. We're going to be simulating this next game, so we don't have any control over whether he gets that or not. So we're pretty much ready to jump into the simulation for week 5, but before I do so, I want to point out that I did adjust sliders again. We're making it a little bit harder for us to run, a little bit easier for them to run. And we turned interceptions up for the computer AI. So it's more likely that they'll, jump a route and make a pick kind of deal. So that's the changes that we made there. And then also in the first episode, I noticed there were a few times that, even though the in-game recording was like one solid piece for each half, I would start the recording, play the first half, cut, start the recording again, and play the second half. But even though I did that, when I went back to do the editing, there were a few plays where some of the footage and audio to go with that footage was just gone. So it dropped several frames in the recording itself, which I have never had happen. So hopefully that doesn't continue. I don't know why it happened, but anyway, hopefully that's not an ongoing issue. So I'm going to set the strategy for the week off screen, and then we will be taking on Green Bay, who is 4-0. We got them at home, so let's see if we can pick up a win. All right, we lost a shootout. It was 41-34. They took us down. Scoring that many points, there's a chance Garoppolo may have actually hit the objectives for this breakout, but let's see how this shook loose. Another big performance. Heck yeah. Yeah, we count on him to be great for us week in, week out. Alright, so he's now up to his star dev trait. That's not really going to matter too much at his age. But nonetheless, he is playing well. Defense let us down in this one. Can we go back and look at our schedule and get a glance at the box score on that one? So team schedule. Here we go. Box score. Let's just look at player stats. So, and then, yeah, we'll actually look at both. Man, Jordan Love tore us apart. Jimmy G was awesome too. I mean, 344, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 2 sacks, completing 58% of his passes. That's down a little bit, but the QB rating was awesome. Jacobs was really good. We just didn't really commit to the run. 9 carries, and he was over 158 yards. Although, one of those was 75 yards. So, over the 8 other carries, he was still averaging 5 yards a carry. Dillon was solid. Jones was solid. Zamir White, not much. Nothing else really down here. So, nothing super noteworthy there. Big day for Adams. Jacobs over 100 through the air as well. Jaden Reed, a nice day. Jacoby Myers was solid. There's O.J. Howard. He's on the Packers roster, apparently. Man, nothing from Hunter Renfrow. I didn't even, oh, Michael Mayer just 1 catch, 11 yards. So, kind of a rough day there. Defensively, Spillane and Diablo racking up a bunch of tackles. So our defense was on the field a lot in this one. Nothing super noteworthy there. Are these guys brothers, I assume? They gotta be. Yeah, they both went to Auburn. So that appears to be the younger brother of Daniel Carlson. Interesting. We don't really care about special teams that much, though. So, all right, we've lost, which means we are due to now play the next game, which we will do in the next episode. Let's just see before we wrap up if there's anything else we want to show you in between weeks here. We'll go to Crisis and Confidence. I'll bet you this is Hunter Renfrow. Let's just take a look and see what's going on here. And then we've got some player negotiations again that we'll take a look at. So, who's upset here? Yeah, it's Hunter Renfrow. You know, he hasn't been as productive as hoping he could, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care, dude. You know what, though? Let's try and get his confidence up. We're going to make a promise that we're going to get him involved in this next game, because that is something that I can control since I'm playing. And he's like, yeah, man, I knew you'd understand. Give me the ball. All right. So, we needed, well, let's see. Get him 100-plus receiving yards. Ooh, I was kind of hoping that it was more about touches than about yardage. 100-plus yards, we'll see. I don't know that that's going to be doable. Maybe we just make him the primary receiver, because I like to throw to the left more than I do to the right, for whatever reason. All right, so basically just an instant replay of what we've been doing here. He's going to say no, and now he's walking. He's going to test free agency. That's totally fine. Now, he's not interested. DeAndre Carter, probably the same thing here. I hate that you can't just press up and get to the bottom instead of having to hit down 3 times or whatever. But whatever. Duke Shelley, same situation here. We're just going to keep making this offer. I don't want to have to go up in pay to get him. Maybe we do it with one last effort, because he's not going to be that expensive regardless. Last but not least, Austin Hooper here. I want to get him re-signed, and he is very interested. He kind of wants money, though, as you can see there. He's not super happy with this, so he might not take this. Oh, he did. So we're happy there, and I think that is it. Yeah, nobody else till week 7. So we've got week 6 action coming up. We're at home against the Patriots, and it's a game I think we can win. We're 3-2. The Broncos now 0-5. So we're still in a tie for first place here. So this is a big game, and we're at home, so I kind of like our chances. If the defense plays well, we should be able to beat this team. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friend and neighbor. Or shall I say this afternoon?